Yes, hello, it's Lamar Scott here. D. White here. Dillian Whyte, brother in arms. And listen, you better subscribe and like the Triple B channel. Yeah? Or Big Dean gonna come up and find you and purple Aki you. Yes, hello. Wagwan, shalom and salam alaikum. Excuse me. So, yeah, it's fight week, man. It's big fight week, you know, and there's nothing like a big heavyweight fight, you know. If you're a boxing fan, to get the juices going, even if you're not a boxing fan, man. There's no, when there's a big grudge heavyweight fight, right? There's no more talked about sports event, you know. You know, people get all passionate. People don't know shit about boxing will be at work giving their opinions, you know. Yeah, you know. So I think you know, I'm looking forward to the build up. To be honest, there hasn't been much. I mean, I know the Dillian thing didn't come over. Tyson's been quiet on Social Fury, which I think is good. Don't get no distractions. But yeah, there hasn't been that much of a build up. I think that will increase obviously this week. Yeah, I assume like Dillian, Frilly, and White Knickers will turn up. To the conferences. We might get some good chatter there, you know. Now it's obviously totally sold out. I don't know, was it 94,000? Yeah, poor old Frocci must be crying himself to sleep every night. Why 94? Why didn't they increase when I went to Wembley and knocked out George Groves in front of 80,000 fans? Yeah, and I worked on my strength. I did a lot of swimming. I chopped down trees. Why couldn't they increase the capacity to 100 large? And he crying. Rachel like, no, Carl dear, why are you crying again? Oh, it's just about Wembley. You're not still thinking about that, Carl. Come on, man. Go to sleep. Look, I'll give you a shot. Well, I'll give you a shiner. What, you're going to give me a shiner, Rachel? What, like you gave Amir Khan? You know, that's the kind of argument that happens in Carl Froch's bedroom. But, yeah, so, I mean, the whole fight, I was surprised. I thought honestly, I got vibes it wasn't going to happen, but I realised that White, you know, ultimately he wants that cash money, you know, however much he might complain, and he's Hearn's little shill, little biatch, but, you know, causing trouble and winding up Warren, but ultimately the fight looks like it's going to happen, you know. I think Joe Joyce is standing by in case there's a last-minute withdrawal, but I don't see that now. I mean, White wants that cash money. The only way he can make that cash is by, you know, a Joshua fight or a Usyk fight, and those aren't going to happen, you know. So, at least not yet at this point. But it's been. I like the build-ups, you know, and especially when Fury's involved because he likes to rinse people out, you know. White's got quite a big mouth as well, you know. It can be quite funny, you know. But, you know, with regards to the actual fight and leader, I mean, I haven't seen... Dillian hasn't really... I don't know, man. I haven't seen much info about him, his weight, his training, yeah. He's been really quiet in camp. I think that's obviously his thing. He's getting, right, I'm going to be real quiet. I refuse to come to the press conference. Hide away in Portugal, do my PEDs. You know, occasionally my boy Lamar Scott, a.k.a. Dean White, will come over and milk, yeah, my willy, milk my tool, just to relax me up, you know, and I might smash them all over the shop as well, the big, burly, butch, Brixton bum boy. Anyway, and then Tyson's also been quite quiet. Now, I've seen some pictures of Tyson. He's released a few pictures. And the face looks very slim and in great shape, actually. I noticed in one of his, I don't know, one of the pictures, he had those big haunches still looked like underneath his T-shirt. But you never know with Tyson. You never know. You know, he'll fool you. You know, we'll only see when he comes in at the weigh-in what shape he's in. I believe he's in good shape. I don't believe that he's tempted like he was before about you know, drinking drugs. He might do a little bit, but he's not all over the place like that. I think he's in Morecambe or wherever he's at. He's got his pals, Parker. He's got some good sparring. He was at Adelaide. He's, you know, a big, strong, muscular guy. Big baby Miller, yeah, a good one. He looked a bit out of shape, baby, but still, it's only sparring. And then the other one was Martin Macaulay. He looks about 55. Him and Ortiz should fight for the senior heavyweight championship of the world, I think. But you know, he's again a big, strong kind of guy around Dillian's size. So good sparring there. I don't know I don't know what Dillian Whyte's been sparring, who's been sparring. He's been quiet. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, if I was him, we just got to look at someone quite tall. Someone like Hellenius might be good sparring. I don't know if he's got any links with that guy. But, you know, Hellenius ain't a sparring partner, you know. He's not a paid sparring partner. He's above that, so I don't know. Maybe he's doing guys like Marius Vlak, who's tall. He'll be doing tall guys, basically. But, yeah, so we're heading into fight week, and it's been a bit of a surprise it's suddenly come, you know. At this stage, you know, you have to say, well, you know, Whyte has, well, obviously won his last fight against Povetkin when he got utterly flattened previously. And the second Povetkin fight, I mean, I should have dumped all kinds of money on it. I remember saying, no, man, this is going to be a Dillian Whyte KO because Povetkin has had COVID, and he compared him in the weigh-in, and he looked totally different. You know, his muscles, he didn't have any, he didn't have, his body, even though his weight was similar, his body looked totally different. It was obvious he was weak and was going to get flat, and he's gone for that paid day, which is fine, you know. But Whyte did get flattened before. He has been hurt before. Obviously, Joshua's banged him out quite nastily a few years ago. He's been over a couple of times, and then Tyson's obviously never been beat, and he's been hit by the hardest hitters in the world. He has been over quite a few times, and it's the heavyweights, man, and both can bang. Yeah, you know, so. You know, both had the ability to stop each other. At this point, I think the fit Tyson, is in a league above in terms of boxing ability, the mental games, the mental strength. I think Whyte's strong, but Fury's super strong when he's on point. And I believe he'll be in shape. I mean, the thing is with fighters, they can sometimes suddenly age. And a guy like Fury, just his body and his face, they don't look young. You know, he's not shock worn by any means. But, you know, he's one of them guys that you know, even when he was 21, he looked about 35, you know. So, yeah, at this point, I'm seeing Tyson outbox with probably a little bit of, gamesmanship, you know. He'll be showing off a bit in there, Fury, dropping his hands, be outboxing Whyte. You know, Whyte. I think Whyte, I mean, obviously Whyte still has power. He's not like a wilder puncher, but you catch anyone in the right place at the right time, you know. And they'll go over at heavyweight, especially. And people think, oh, he had a great chin. Oh, this guy's a chinny, but they change chins. You know, sometimes your body is just right, and I don't know whether it's a PED thing or a training thing or just your body is. You know, when if you're training in the gym or whatever, or you're boxing, your body feels utterly right. Your reflexes, you feel strong, you feel athletic. Sometimes your body is just right. Yeah. So I mean, for example, so I mean, you get like a guy like Vladimir Klitschko. You know, he's known as being chinny, but in some fights he took some real hard shots. You know, the Joshua fight being one of the main ones. I mean, that uppercut that meant to have stretched his neck out. I mean, that's a finishing shot for most people. But you know, he took that Klitschko. I think he was stopped early. You know, he showed a good chin in that. Even though he went over early, Klitschko's chin seems to get a bit more settled as the fight goes on. So that's an example. You know, the way a chin can be different, you know. And then you'll get some rock hard guys and suddenly they get knocked out. And you'll be like, by a non-puncher. You'll be like, what? I don't know, didn't David Tua get knocked out at the end of I think it might have been after the bell, but, you know, Tua's chin was, like, phenomenal. He also got stopped as an amateur, but that was by Felix Savon, you know, when Tua was, like, I don't know, 17. So you can't really count that. And you get Vitaly Klitschko. Now, Vitaly had one of the best chins I've ever seen in the heavyweights, man. And the shots he took off Lewis were just incredible. But, you know, and this is going to sound weird, but even Vitaly got knocked out, albeit by Pele Reid's leg, you know, in a semi-contact fight. But, you know, that's years ago. But it does show you sometimes weird stuff happens. You know, you get anomalies. You get real strong chin guys, their chin suddenly goes, or you get chinny guys and suddenly they're taking those shots, you know. It's very odd boxing, or the chin. So I think we'll get a Tyson outboxing, a bit of showboating, you know. There'll be a couple of like moments when Whyte will get close and throw some bombs, but I don't know, something in Tyson's eyes. He looks on point, man. I think he's gonna do a job on Whyte and stop him. Yeah, I reckon maybe 10th round. I reckon this is at this stage because especially, you know, you have to wait till the weigh-in, and especially when it comes to heavyweights, man. And especially when it comes to Tyson Fury. Because, you know, Fury can look bad when he's not really putting the work, and it's important to see what body shape he's in. He's had all kinds of body shapes. He even was muscular for one of his fights. I think it was Steve Cunningham, and he looks fairly ripped, but he'll know what to do. He's experienced. Yeah, I think I'm not going to say he'll take Dillian Whyte to school, but he'll it's going to be like a Tom Schwartz job or something. But he will just break him down. I would say it's probably comparable, if you like, to one of the Chisora fights, maybe the second one when he stops him, where Fury will just give a dominant performance and eventually get the stoppage anyway. But like I said, I'll give the full, final, proper Triple B preview in the house after the weigh-in. Peace.